Happy 2021, Cancer. Welcome to it. I would actually start the year in Aries season, not in January in Capricorn season. To me, it is finishing energy, not starting energy. But here we are. So this time round, I've brought out a deck of cards that I still need to ask permission to use. And I will do that. I'm just doing a test run on them so that I can give the authors a sense of what and who I am. These are the Sibyl's Oraculum by Tiana Lee McQuiller. The artwork is by Kathleen V. Foisy. And they are in honor of and in the truth of the ongoing divine interventions of African divinity or African experience of divinity. The true history of the Delphi oracles, of the prophetesses, of basically all spiritual knowledge around the Mediterranean, including Europe, but coming out of North Africa, the African prophetesses. If we get into the real reason for the creation of the Adam and Eve story, to discredit them, not only to discredit, that is an understatement of all time, but if we also look at places like MamiWata.com, I will put links in the description, but what has been done to the true history of prophecy in Africa. And I realize Africa is a vast continent with many, many different experiences, and I have personal experience with this energy, also with what I believe are the Orishas. And so I've gone looking for cards that express my experiences throughout my life of working with, being led by these energies, these divine beings or being. So, I've also, I'll explain those briefly in a second. I've brought out the Black and Gold Smith Waite Tarot for clarifications, okay? And Cancer, yes, that's right, Cancer. I switched directions because I felt actually called to, instead of read for Capricorn next, I just finished Sagittarius, I felt called to read for you, Cancer. And so what we're going to do is, Tiana would like me, the book, this is the book. I will not read from it so much as introduce the energies of these cards, and if needs be, if I feel led to read from about one of the cards, then I will certainly do that. There are 4 colors. Black cards will be the root problem, core issue. Copper cards are the projection, what you're in your head about that is stopping you or interfering with your ability to solve or identify the core problem. The blue cards, well, red is here, but there's red and blue. Blue are cool actions to take, although they might not necessarily be passive, and red are immediate actions to take or hot actions to take. I'll do a combination possibly of shuffling. She would rather I pick the cards, but I like to see some fly, so we'll do, if needs be, we'll do a combination. These cards were not designed, for shuffling like this, but I find that that's how they started speaking to me when they came to me. They arrived on a very important day, as all cards that I've gone looking for and ordered have arrived to me on very special individual days. We have sideways energy here. You are the first to receive sideways energy, so this thing is very important. It is a blue action card. Strategy. All right, interesting to start with a sideways. Why is it sideways? But okay, no. Okay. Core issue card. Let's see if we can get a copper. Yes, right as I say it, we get one. And do we need any other action cards? There's another blue one. Let's stop there. Yeah, okay. Everybody except for Sagittarius so far. So 4 other readings have been given the submission card. There is divine will here. Why? What are you in your head about? Lust. And it might be relationship lust, but it might also be something else. It is getting in the way of you understanding your vibration. Okay. So there's a relationship there is a desire, there is an appetite that is throwing you off. Throwing you off your wavelength. You are not on the frequency you want to be on. And so it's less about being in your head and more about actually submitting to what the divine is telling, what you know, your guides, listening and following. But the first thing to do is to understand that this is such a problem. This, what you're in your head about, okay, 4 of Wands in reverse. You want something and it is not, you're not thinking correctly. So things are just falling out all over the place here. Okay. Now we know this can be the soulmate card, but it can also, it's the memories card. It is a 6, so it is a gift from God, the universe. It's in cups energy, so I'm going to say that it's a guide. It's somebody from, it's an ancestor or it's a guide. Do you know who your guides are? Do you know who the ancestors are that are getting in touch with you? Somebody from the past, obviously, but also I would say from heaven. From heaven is asking you if you can submit to this help. This is your own energy. The cups energy. Then they are here. Something is being given to you. Either that or, well, someone's attached to it for sure. They might be handing you something physical. But it will be some sort of safe passage as well. Like if you think of the 6 of Swords as being safe passage, I think of all 6s as being, because there's a 7 coming, there's a transformation coming, and there's a further connection with spirit world that's coming. The 7 follows the 6, and that is something that you have to commit yourself to. So, and it would be a higher vibration, yes. It would be a higher vibration. So something is pulling you down. This situation is trying to stop you from getting into this level. And that could be devil interfering, demons interfering, just, well, yeah, typically. It might appear as human weakness, but it's going to be motivated by somebody who knows the bigger picture, knows the plan, and wants to stop you from achieving it, because that would make you a threat. That makes you, you know, you step into the power, and then you are the threat. I'll turn my fridge off. Hang on a second. We don't want to know how many times I've forgotten to turn that fridge back on. Okay, so what else? Really, I would say the submission is coming through because the threat is that strong. The threat to you is that strong. Yes, Strength card comes out. Strength card comes out, which is High Priestess, lunar energy, managing solar energy. This is a very clear reading. Very clear reading. This is very... Okay, yep. Now it's coming out sideways. God's finger is coming out sideways. The truth. There's two... There are two swords. A double-edged sword. It's an opportunity, right? It's an ace. It's an opportunity to know the truth. Oh, we have this sideways strategy here, yes. Then let's get one more card about this sideways ace, this opportunity. Okay, world in reverse. So, it's a warning. Is it a warning? This is charted. This is charted and she's upside down. The final card takes us back to the Sun card, doesn't it? Nope. We're at 21. Judgment. Charted. These are charted. These are charted. There was nothing you could do except to know the chart. You can't get off the wheel till you know the wheel, till you've mastered it. So how much do you know? But you don't, because you're not, because this lust is just taking you off your game. I'm not saying lust is a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's showing up as, you know, being the thing that is catching you off your vibration. Is it your, you know, are you in control of this lust, or is this lust in control of you? Is it the right lust? And it seems like they're saying it's, I mean, you want this to be in the upright. And if this technically leads us back to the reunification, the rebirth, the judgment card. So you need new life inside of you. And that's consistent with the readings. So, bigger picture. There is a bigger fight. There is a bigger win. There is a world to get to, or a world to bring here, to pull worlds together. Okay? Pulling worlds together. You have help. But it's time. It's time. The Four and the world upside down. So this change, this huge change. And the Four of Wands. It was a box. It was a box. It wasn't the right box. Or it was the box that it was. But everything imploded and it didn't. It's not going. It might come back. It might come back. This isn't, but it's a matter of new life in you. The person you were in that situation reached her or his end, or their end in that. Because it's really quite something to become the person that's going to regularly interact with guides and God and the other world. Yes, to be that bridge. Because it means something's happening that's extremely significant to everybody. It's war. And you don't want to get taken out by a personal battle that's only been brought to you to stop you from being a threat and effective in the huge battle, if it's worth fighting the huge battle for good versus evil. Absolutely, Cancer. Okay. See you very soon. Much love. This is huge.